Alright, before this match even really begins, we need to talk about something that every Aamon player has been thinking about since the last patch. Yes, Aamon got nerfed. And this time, it actually matters. The late game strength, the confidence of just jumping in and deciding the fight alone, that feeling took a hit. Earlier, Aamon felt unstoppable once momentum started, but now solo carrying in the late game feels more risky, more calculated. Also, quick reminder, when this channel hits 500 subscribers, my first live stream is coming, so make sure you're part of that before we move on.
Sentiment will only color my judgment.
As the game starts opening up, you can clearly see how Aamon controls the pace. I'm constantly shifting positions, appearing where the enemy doesn't expect me, then disappearing just as fast. This creates confusion. They don't know where the danger is coming from, and that alone forces bad decisions. And this is important, especially after the nerfs. You can't just rely on raw damage anymore. You rely on fear, on pressure, on presence. One pick leads to another, and slowly the match starts tilting. Also, if you're enjoying this gameplay so far, remember, 500 subscribers equals my first live stream, and we're getting closer every day. Now this is where things get really interesting. Momentum starts building, and once Aamon gains that rhythm, stopping him becomes a team problem. Enemies start grouping more, thinking safety comes in numbers. But that's where this match changes completely, because I'm not alone. I've got an incredible mage on my side, Adet. And this is where Aemon's late game nerfs stop being a big issue. When assassin pressure combines with strong mage presence, fights end before they even properly start. No time to react, no chance to escape. This is the kind of moment that reminds you why Aamon is still feared, even after nerfs. Every movement now leads to more pressure, more picks, and more control over the game. Aamon feels alive again, fast, deadly, and constantly threatening. This is what people miss when they only read patch notes. Nerfs didn't kill Aamon, they just removed lazy gameplay. And with the right teammate, especially a strong mage like Adet, he becomes just as terrifying as before. Keep watching, because things get even crazier from here. Also, if you're enjoying this gameplay so far, remember, 500 subscribers equals my first live stream, and we're getting closer every day.
Great play!
Robed, I'm Duke Paxley. Cloaked, I'm Blader Aamon.
Request backup! Understood.
Perhaps I'm born to bear the weight.
As we move further into the match, the pressure starts to feel real. This is the phase where the game stops being chaotic and starts becoming calculated. Every rotation feels heavier, every decision matters more. The enemy team isn't giving free mistakes anymore. And that's where Aemon's post-nerf reality really shows. You can't just brute force plays. You have to wait, read movements, and strike only when the moment is right. The fear is still there though. You can see it in how cautiously they move, how they hesitate before stepping forward. That hesitation is what keeps Aamon relevant.
I have no tolerance for betrayal.
Request backup! Your team destroyed a turret!
Becomes a greater.
Now this is where coordination starts making the difference. I'm not trying to do everything alone anymore, because late game solo carrying with Aamon is genuinely harder after the nerfs. Instead, I'm syncing movements, waiting for openings created by teammates. The enemy team keeps grouping, thinking safety lies in numbers, but that mindset slowly starts working against them. One wrong step, one person slightly out of position, and the pressure instantly turns into punishment. punishment. This is where Aemon feels less like a solo assassin and more like a looming executioner waiting for permission to strike. Also, if you're enjoying this gameplay so far, remember, 500 subscribers equals my first live stream, and we're getting closer every day.
Your team destroyed a turret.
On the battlefield, noble blood won't give you a second life.
Gather at the turtle. Gather at the Lord. Gather at the Lord.
Above the rest, that's where we Paxleys deserve to be.
Your team destroyed a turret.
My goal is simple: to break the curse upon my
Initiate
family.
retreat. Has been slain.
You can feel the game slowing down here. Both teams know one bad fight can end everything. This is the phase where people start respecting Aemon again, nerfs or not. Squishy heroes stop showing themselves freely, supports stick closer to their damage dealers, and vision becomes a constant battle. Even without jumping in, the threat alone forces defensive play. That's something patch notes can't take away. Aemon's danger isn't just damage, it's uncertainty, and uncertainty makes enemies play scared, which leads to mistakes over time.
Understood. Attack the Lord.
This is also where I start thinking more about comparisons, especially Saber. Saber is clean, fast, and efficient. He goes in, deletes one target, and escapes with agility. Aemon doesn't have that same freedom. Escaping is harder, and late-game mistakes are more punishing. But what Aemon brings instead is sustained pressure. His threat doesn't end after one kill. Squishy heroes stay uncomfortable the entire fight, constantly repositioning, constantly worried, and that difference starts to matter more as the match stretches on.
Initiate retreat. Understood.
Now the confidence starts building again. Small wins stack up. Map pressure, forced recalls, enemies backing off objectives. This isn't flashy, but it's effective. Aemon doesn't always need instant kills to influence the game. Sometimes just being in the right place forces the enemy to give up space, and that space slowly translates into control. This is where experience matters more than raw power. Nerfs make careless play fail, but smart play still gets rewarded. And right now, the game is leaning in our favor. Also, if you're enjoying this gameplay so far, remember, 500 subscribers equals my first live stream, and we're getting closer every day.
Initiate retreat.
I have no tolerance for betrayal.
An ally has been slain. Shut down. Enemy initiate retreat. Understood.
Now we reach that phase where every fight feels like it could be the last. Respawn timers are long, positioning is tight, and no one wants to overcommit. This is where patience is tested the most. Aemon doesn't rush here. He waits, he watches. One small mistake, a squishy stepping too far, a cooldown wasted, and suddenly the entire fight shifts. Even after nerfs, those moments still belong to Aemon. This is where he thrives when played correctly.
Out of evil deeds comes a greater good.
Slain an enemy.
Paxleys are always true to their word.
Attack the Lord. Our turret has been destroyed.
As fights start breaking out more frequently, synergy becomes everything. This is where having a strong mage like Adet really changes the equation. Late game, when Aemon alone can struggle to finish fights, that extra pressure makes all the difference. Enemies can't focus on just one threat anymore. If they respect Aemon, Adet punishes them. If they focus Adet, Aemon finds his moment. This balance is what keeps the enemy guessing, and guessing in late game is deadly.
been destroyed.
People regard me as an impalpable shadow.
Initiate retreat.
My goal is simple: to break the curse upon my family.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
Superb tanking! Brilliant damage!
Well played.
Now!
Follow Lord.
Your team destroyed the turret.
Robed, I'm Duke Paxley. Cloaked, I'm Blader Aamon.
Your team destroyed a turret. Initiate retreat. Okay.
Perhaps I'm born to bear the weight.
Initiate retreat.
Under control!
Killing spree. Initiate retreat.
Understood.
Even the most glorious
Initiate
family.
Enemies start grouping more, thinking safety comes in numbers. But that's where this match changes completely, because I'm not alone. I've got an incredible mage on my side, a death. And this is where Aemon's late game nerfs stop being a big issue. When assassin pressure combines with strong mage presence, fights end before they even properly start. We spot 3 enemies grouped together, and instead of backing off, we commit. We rush in together, perfectly synced, and just like that, boom, 3 enemies gone. No time to react, no chance to escape. This is the kind of moment that reminds you why Aeon is still feared, even after nerfs. Also, if you're enjoying this gameplay so far, remember, 500 subscribers equals my first live stream, and we're getting closer every day.
Initiate retreat.
Out of evil deeds comes a greater good.
Launch attack.
I have no
Team destroyed a turret.
shadow.
Now, before we reach the deciding moment, quick reminder, at 500 subscribers, my first live stream is coming. No cuts, no edits, just pure gameplay and real-time decisions like this. Make sure you're part of it, because moments like these, they hit different when you're live. Now back to the game. The tension keeps rising, and you can tell both teams are waiting for the Lord to become the center of everything. And here it is. The second Lord becomes the focus. Everyone groups up, and for a moment, everything looks clean. Damage starts coming in, the Lord's health is dropping fast, and it feels like this should be an easy secure. But then something strange happens. One by one, teammates start backing off. No clear reason, no clear call. Suddenly the momentum breaks. The Lord isn't finished, and the enemy starts closing in. What should have been simple turns into chaos instantly. At this point, there's no time to hesitate. I'm standing there thinking, if I leave now, we lose everything. So I stay, I commit fully. Enemies are collapsing, pressure is everywhere, and I know the chances of survival are low. But the objective matters more than my life. The Lord goes down, secured, and just like that, I'm taken out. I die. But it's a trade I'll take every time, because this single moment can decide the entire game.
Initiate retreat. Unstable meter. An enemy has been slain. Initiate retreat.
Understood.
Robed, I'm Duke Paxley. Cloaked, I'm Blader Aamon.
Initiate retreat. Okay. Initiate
My goal
retreat.
is
Understood.
simple: to break the curse upon my family.
Let's talk about that comparison properly. Saber has agility. He goes in, deletes one target, and escapes cleanly. That reliability is why he's considered top tier. Aamon struggles more with getting out. No denying that, but his threat level, especially against squishy heroes, feels far more oppressive. His pressure doesn't end after one kill. He keeps forcing movement, forcing panic, forcing mistakes. And in drawn-out games like this, that pressure feels heavier than raw agility.
Understood.
The enemy has slain Lord. Initiate retreat.
Understood.
Sentiment will only color my judgment.
Initiate retreat.
As the final fights play out, everything starts clicking. More movement leads to more picks. More picks lead to more knockouts. This is the chain reaction Aean creates when momentum comes back. Nerfs or not, once he finds rhythm, stopping him becomes incredibly difficult. And right here, I'll say it again, 500 subscribers means my first live stream. If you want to see games like this live, with real reactions and decisions, you know what to do. So final thoughts, did the recent patch kill Aean? No, it just raised the skill requirement. Solo carrying late game is harder, yes, but with the right timing, the right team, and especially strong synergy like this, Aean is still a nightmare. Saber might be top tier on paper, but after this match, I genuinely have doubts. If you enjoyed this full Annihilation gameplay, drop a like, subscribe, and remember, at 500 subs, the first live stream is coming. See you in the next one.
Victory!
Better to be feared than loved, if you cannot both.